Hi, this is Marc-André. I want to give you a short introduction on what you have to do to get the Microbit running with MicroPython from a Windows desktop. What you first have to do is you have to install Python 3.4 on the Windows machine. Once you've done that, you have to install virtualenv, and using virtualenv you can then install a separate directory, I called it Microbit, on the drive D, where you then continue to install everything that you need specifically for the Microbit. So with the virtualenv in Microbit, you can then install the necessary tool for flashing the Microbit, which is called uFlash. It was written by Nicholas Tollevy. And using that tool, you can then not only flash the current version of MicroPython onto the Microbit, but you can also flash your Python scripts directly to the Microbit. So in order to see what's actually happening on the Microbit, it's useful to connect a terminal application to the Microbit. I used TerraTerm for this, which is very handy. There is nothing special you have to configure except for one thing. You need to watch out that you set the right baud rate, which you can do here. Setup, you go to serial port, and then you set the baud rate to 115K. So it doesn't show anything. Well, it does show something right now, but it's not connected, so it doesn't actually show the COM port. I'm going to connect it now. So this is how it works. This is the Microbit. And now let's connect it. As you can see here, the LED starts flashing. And so now it's powered up and it's connected to the Windows machine. So let's press the reset button here. And then let's look up on the screen, and you can see that the terminal window now shows the prompt. And this is a very nice feature that you have with the MicroPython installation. You actually get a prompt where you can type things. So you can do standard Python stuff. It doesn't have all the features that you might expect from Python, but it has enough to actually program the Microbit. And if you want to access the special features that you have on the Microbit, then there is a module called Microbit, obviously, which you can then use to access the various features that you have on the Microbit. So you can directly access, for example, the pins, as you can see here. You can access the buttons, you can access the display, create images for display. So this is very nice to use. So now the next thing, in order to flash something onto the Microbit, what you need to do is you need to go to your command line. Let's see whether I can make this work. You go to the command line, and you, in the scripts directory, you have the tool uFlash. If you call it without providing a parameter, it'll just flash MicroPython directly. So I'm just going to do this for demonstration purposes. So what happens now is that you get this blinking LED down here, which means that it's now flashing the device. Then it stops blinking, the prompt comes back, and you now have MicroPython flashed to the device. So on my device it doesn't automatically reset, so I have to press the reset button. On other devices I'm told it automatically resets, and you don't have to do this. But once you press the reset button, as you can see up here in the terminal window, you get the prompt again. So that's how you flash MicroPython onto the device. Now if you want to run a script, then you pass the script name. For example, this is a very simple script I'm going to show in a separate video. It's now flashing the script to the Microbit. So it's now done. You press the reset button again, and this script will show, demonstrate the display use of the LEDs. So what you have here is you have a pumping heart kind of simulation. And this script also uses the buttons, so you can make the simulation run slower, or if you press the other button you can make it run faster. Actually, it's the other way around, sorry. So this is the faster one. You can see this flickering here. The flickering is because the brightness of the LEDs is created using pulse modulation. So the camera is actually, it's better than the human eye, so it sees the flickering. If you just look at the device, then you don't see this flickering. So that's how it works. Thank you very much.